Good morning, class. We were doing chapter number 5, heat, and our topic is now thermal expansion. When there is expansion in a substance, whether it is solid, liquid, or gas, because of heat, means when anything is heated and it expands, then this kind of expansion is called, children, thermal expansion. And we have observed that when it is cooled, it contracts. When it is heated, it starts expanding, फैल जाती है. And when it is cooled down, it starts contracting, सिकुड़ जाती है. Okay, so now we are going to study thermal expansion in solids. We all know that, children, solids has got definite shape and definite size. Like this book itself is a solid. It has got a definite shape. It has got a definite size. Now when solids are heated, they expand in all directions. They expand in all directions. Whether it is a circular shape or any shape, they expand in all directions. If there is increase in length beta, it is called linear expansion. While heating, if there is increase in length, so it is your linear expansion. If there is increase in, children, area, then it is your superficial expansion. And if the volume increases, then it is called your cubical expansion. The thing to be noted down over here is that, children, different solids expand by different amounts for the same rise in temperature. Means you are heating two solids with same size, same shape, everything same, but they are made up of different substances, different things. Like one is, for example, there are two balls, brass and one ball of iron. Now they will be having same rise in temperature, but one thing is expanding more than the other. For the same rise in temperature, the temperature which you are giving to them, it is same. The increase in their temperature is same. 5 degree, for example, it has increased in 5 degree, that has increased, but the expansion is different in both the cases. And some substances are such, children, which expand negligibly, means hardly they expand on heating, and their example is Invar and Pyrex glass. Now, children, this phenomena which we have just read, it has got applications in our daily life. Matlab, we are using these phenomena in our daily lives. Physics is all around us. Like when we are putting telephone and electric wires in summer season between the two poles, we are keeping them loose. Why, children? Because in winter season, they will what will happen to them? They will contract, and while contracting, they will break. And while we are putting these wires in winter season, kids, we are keeping them a bit loose. Why, children? Sorry. We are keeping them a bit tight. Why, children? Because they will expand in summer and they will sag. झूलने लगेंगी, ढीली हो जाएंगी. Okay. Now, children, while we are doing construction also, while we are constructing a bridge, for example, we use steel girders. Why we are using them? And one end of the girder we are fixing, and one is not fixed. It is placed on rollers. The reason is, children, again the same. When the seasons will change, or there will be rise in temperature or fall in temperature, the girders will accordingly expand and contract, and because of that they will affect the pillars. But if we are putting them on these rollers and we are not fixing one end, then we are allowing them to expand and contract. And because of this, they will not affect the pillars and it will avoid accidents. Now, the wooden wheels of bullock cart, have you seen? Now, have you ever seen, children, a rim, iron rim? To ensure a tight fit, the rim is made slightly smaller in diameter. Actually, they are made slightly smaller in diameter than the wheel. Means wheel is broader and the rim is less broad than the wheel. And now how to put it on this? First we heat the rim, and when the rim is heated, children, it expands, and when it expands, it is easily fitted on the wheel. and after it is fitted, children, we put some cold water on it or let it cool down, and when it cools down, it start contracting and it tightly fits on the wheel, children. Similarly, cement floor. A cement floor is not laid out in one piece. When we are putting a cement floor, if anybody has seen the construction going on in their homes, so what we do is, children, we don't put it in one piece because it would crack due to expansion in summer, because in summer season it will start expanding and it will crack, and contraction in winter. And if we have tightly put it in one piece, so in winters it will contract and again it will break. So to avoid both the conditions, the floor is laid in small pieces with gaps in between. We put the floor in small pieces and there is gap. Why this gap? For contraction and expansion. In summer it can expand and in winters it can contract. However, glass strips can be placed in the gaps. The rails of a railway track, again, if you have ever seen the railway track carefully, children, if you have observed it, I have always observed in my childhood, what we have seen, railway track is there, children. There are gaps and they are made up of steel. While laying the railway track, small gap is left, means one rail is there, another rail is there, and between that there is gap. The reason is that, kids, rails expand in summer. It is made up of steel now, so it expands in summer and the gap is provided to allow for this expansion. So we put some gap there to allow the expansion, and if there is no gap is left, the expansion will cause the rails to bend sideways and will take the form of it will take it to an accident also. Now, children, similarly, a bimetallic strip. Bimetallic strip in which two metals are there on the same strip, which consists of two rods of same length but of different materials. One over the other, there are two materials. Say one of iron, one of copper, riveted together, joined together. Now, a thermostat is there. It is a device used to control the temperature. It is mostly used in refrigerators, electric iron. In that, this strip is used, and this strip is also based on this phenomena only of thermal expansion. Main thing you need to understand is, on heating the solid objects, they expand, and on cooling, they contract. Okay. Now, next comes thermal expansion of liquids. Like solids, liquids also expand on heating. Liquids expand much more than solids when heated. Liquids do not have a definite shape, but they have a definite volume, children. Therefore, liquids have only cubical expansion. Remember some facts over here. First is that liquids expand much more than solids when heated, and secondly, liquids have only cubical expansion. Okay. Then comes different liquids expand by different amounts. Again, the same thing on the same rise in temperature. But mercury expands more uniformly, एक सा, over a wide range of temperature. So mercury is used as a thermometric liquid. While I will be explaining you thermometers, so there we will discuss about mercury, that we are using the mercury in thermometric liquid. Now comes, children, thermal expansion of gases. Gases also expand, children, when they are heated. Gases expand much more than liquids and solids. They expand, children, much more. Like liquids and gases do not have a definite shape, so they also have only cubical expansion. And thermal expansion of air. Now this activity we'll do later on. Now next topic is 3 modes of transfer of heat. This I'll explain in my next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.